So we all know Splatoon, right? I mean, I think that's why you clicked on this video. A lot of people say Splatoon is some stupid little kids game that they outright just don't play it at all. Looking at the game, yeah, that makes sense, but everything about it is what makes it a good game. Human squid hybrids shooting paint for money, clothes, food, and it's all decided by...
Where's the damn cat? Buddy! What?
There's also a little cat, but more on the games later. These games make you sweat, maybe a bit more. It's hard sometimes, but the community around it deeply cares for it. From fan art to fan music to a whole fan game. Take my cartoon hand, or actually you should just take this mask, and I'll show you the wondrous world of some of the Splatoon fandom. Except that one, because we like Inkipedia more. Splatoon 1! The first Splatoon game that came out is fine. I feel like it's too cloudy in the game. The plaza looks nice. Some of these maps are cool. Like, there's this map that got people scared over statues that go dee. I like when they collaborated with that Inkling anime and they got this cute dress in the game. I love Callie and Marie, but I like Callie more. Sorry, Marie fans. And their thing is stay fresh. I know Spike is here. He's cool. I liked the specials Kraken and the sound thing that shows up in Smash. I will never forgive Nintendo for replacing the in-strike with whatever this is. I was just always watching videos on the game. So then, on my birthday, I got the new game, but this time it was for the Nintendo Switch. Splatoon 2! I got this game before disaster struck, so basically back when life was good. Splatoon 2 looks so bright and refreshing. It looks so clean and polished. There's weapons, maps, hairs, new everything. No more Spike. He's in some cafe and there's some kid here instead, but it's okay because his design looks cute. Salmon Run is a new thing made by this thing and it's about killing these things. Salmon Run is kind of frustrating, especially when two of your teammates disconnect because that's just so common for some reason. Salmon Run just depends on who you get right then and there. Anyways, in the actual battles of the game, we still have turf wars, ranked battles, and the other stuff. Splat Zone is so fun, and Clam Blitz gives me an aneurysm every time it shows up. This time, the idols are Pearl and Marina. Marina is kind and musical, and Pearl is silly and rich. They say, don't get cooked, stay off the hook. Truly ahead of its time. It's almost like they knew what was about to come. The story mode is pretty cool. In the end, Callie shows up, and it's super cool how they just sing together. I was pretty mesmerized back then. Yeah, this game in general just holds a special place in my heart. The Octo expansion DLC is something that I didn't actually buy when it came out or ever will. I know, I'm such a fake fan, but there was seriously no way I was going to buy this. What is this? You know what? Maybe it's a good thing I didn't get this game because I probably would have given up way too early. This time, the old guy from Splatoon 1 wakes you up, and it actually scares me more than any FNAF jump scare, but you play as an Octoling with Marina and Pearl and that old homeless guy helping you. This story is really fun. I like the phone thing that it's actually a twist villain, and I love it when Agent 3 shows up. It's so cool. Yeah, the levels are like something from Super Mario Maker, which I didn't even know was possible. I think it's really funny how you have to kill Agent 3 a second time, all for some stupid tiny hairband, and then you wear it like an Olympic medal in Splatoon 2. So now we have Splatoon 2 and Octo expansion, so it shouldn't be too long until the next game comes out, right? Wrong! Fans waited for years for Splatoon 3. They started to make their own idols with music attached to them, started to wonder where the next game is, if there even will be a next game, and we waited and waited and waited until Splatoon 3 finally came out. Something that the Splatoon fandom really wanted for Splatoon 3 was apartments. And I don't think they got the memo because we got lockers. Really? Lockers? No one wanted this. Please. If I just wanted it to be like an Animal Crossing thing, not this piece of cardboard. This time when you join the game, they don't ask for your gender now. This time there's Shiver and Fry and Big Guy, and they're all called Deep Cut. Splatoon 3 is pretty different from the other games in general. When you do the battles, it's not like the old lobbies. You get to like walk around. There's new weapons, and now the city looks pretty cool. It's definitely bigger than the other ones. And when you go to a certain part of the city, why does he look like that? They could have brought back Spike or made a whole new character. He looks so bad! That's what I like about the Splatoon series, how it can be its own game anytime. Unless you really care about the lore, I was surprised that people do. No offense, it's just, the lore is just very unique and special in its own way. Anyways, it's time to dive into the fandom territory. I watched a lot of plush videos when I was younger, and of course there was Inkling plush stuff, so let's look at that. Super Mario Tube, or I guess Nin-chan, was a YouTuber that mostly did Splatoon plush content. He had a series with Callie and Marie called Ikushimai no Boken. It's a series on the Squid sisters and friends getting into random shenanigans. It's really cute, they beat up Shy Guy because he had some cereal, they do pranks, normal stuff, but for some reason, Callie speaks in her Inkling language and has subtitles, but Marie speaks in normal English. Everyone else speaks English. I don't know why Callie doesn't. Actually, everyone has their own distinct voice, which I thought was a nice detail. So they probably didn't have a voice actor for Callie. Nin-chan also has featured these two Inklings on their regular SMT series called Orange and Blue. I really like this series. It's just Orange exploring and Blue being silly the whole time. Orange even has her own lore. Anyways, in Apocalypse, there's this strange virus that makes everyone love Callie because everyone likes Marie more, so she turns evil. I can't believe Splatoon 2 copied this. And then Blue says he has amnesia, and Orange says that her parents literally died when she got bullied because she was half Inkling, half Octoling. I think we can see whose pain is worse here, and then they go into hiding, and someone outside needs help. So Blue goes to help them, and Orange gets kidnapped by a Pokemon. So the Pokemon turns Orange evil, and then other characters show up, and they play that popular Splatoon song, and everything goes back to normal. And Orange and Blue become friends again. Blue has some past that he can't remember because he has amnesia, and I wish they explored that more because who is Toshi? And then Nin-chan unlisted everything because of creative burnout, and he started doing some anime plush stuff instead. Yeah, that's Nin-chan. Okay, I don't really want to talk about this YouTuber too much. This is a YouTube channel that you had to have been there, and then he shattered our trust later. Anime Bromy was a very popular plush channel, and they've done something that I would rather not get into. It's a whole can of worms. I don't know, guys. It just sucks how this was a YouTube channel that I grew up with back in 2014, who I'm now realizing I could have had a chance with. And you kind of just had to be there to grasp this kind of content.
Shut up, you stupid baby fat boy! Oh!
He made a lot of plush videos, but he also used the Inklings because why not? He wanted to use Inkling Girl, and you'd think that she would be with Inkling Boy because that's what most Splatoon plush YouTubers or whatever did at the time. And the Anime Bromy pairs everyone together, so they should be together, right? But no, he uses Bowser Jr. Bowser Jr. and Inkling Girl have a very strong friendship. Some may even say romantic relationship. I like the part where Inkling Boy and Bowser Jr. fight in some garage and all the tools fall. So I remember not liking this ship because it's just so random and weird. I looked up their ages, and it's fine, but these are the same people that got Maria and Shadow together. Come on. Their plush videos were fun and playful and full of energy, and I really liked their content, but now this sweet, innocent plush channel was left with this stupid scar that is Angie.
Okay, let me just say one thing. This is the point I'll say one last time. Even if there are some people that will end my channel, destroy my channel for good, and people thought they are over. I disagree. I will be over when I die.
There were other channels that also did Splatoon content, like SlyPie, who apparently does FNAF now. Look, all I'm saying is that me and SlyPie go way back. There were also little kids that tried their best, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. There were a lot of comic dubs that randomly pop into my brain because of the sheer trauma I have from seeing and listening to those. Some of these comic dubs are filled with lots of love for the game. Some of these are actually pretty cute and have nice stories with good art. But some of these could be worse. I know why they're drawn like that. Look at Marina. It was bound to happen. Pearl's big forehead became such a meme, and I guess Nintendo loves repeating history that much. There's this specific comic dub that has tormented my brain. It's this Squid Yuri comic that can get weirdly suggestive. I didn't know what Yuri was back then, but now I do, so... But you know what, guys? The original dub got deleted!
So I took them down because I thought maybe if I just take them down, I won't get any more copyright strikes and my channel won't get taken down. Because can you really blame me? Like, if they did it, like, right behind your back without telling you or giving you a warning, like a copyright claim, you would be scared too, and you would take all of your shit and just...
Thank you, Hatsune Miku lover. These comic dubs are mostly cute. Some are a bit dark, but that's kind of what Splatoon is, so it's fine. There are some channels literally dedicated to making these. Like Nullified, Yumis Studio, and they dubbed the Friendly Octoling. That series was literally ahead of its time. There were a lot of cool series, like Terry and Jackie, Unseen Friendship, Reconnect, and the Yuri comic. There was this one comic, however, that made me really sad when I watched it. It's about how, like, the humans go extinct, I guess. But it's not canon, so it's okay. Sometimes there wouldn't even be a dub. It would just be a comic played super slowly with some music in the background. But you know what? You know what's better than these comics being all still characters stuck in panels? It's making the characters inside of the comics move! So you know Skibidi Toilet? Yeah, I really can't hate Skibidi Toilet because even though it's been ruined, it really reminds me of this. This was my brain rot. Alex Spider is an animator that I really loved back then. He would make videos with squids fighting. It was very random but entertaining. He had this OC called Inkura, and she's used in this video where she drinks too much soda, so she needs to piss, and there's fighting and action and a plot. There's this video of just random fighting and Mario literally getting attacked. There's Dark Squid. Man, I wish you could do that in the actual game. Should have used the blah blah bluey weapon. They're random and fun, and maybe the quality isn't perfect, but I love it. There was Barry, who made this series called Dawn of a Hero, and it was so good for its time. There was a ton of cool action. That's pretty cool. Cool characters. Barry was a self-insert, but that's okay because that's just how it was back then. The first few episodes were fine and consistent. They had voice acting, which was pretty rare, and I generally liked it. Until the setting became a high school and it ended on a cliffhanger. It's been 5 years since a new episode, but it's okay because a month ago, Barry said that he's been going through a lot of life events and he will continue the series. And I'm genuinely surprised he's continuing this series, so good luck. John Sandwich is a really good animator. He made these short animations that had like stories to them, and some were really cute. The animations made the Inklings and Octolings feel like they were all actually real people in their world. Going on turf wars, had a job, they felt so real. And then later on, he started making his animations look like this, which is amazing. Yeah, his animations were smooth and honestly really good for their time. Right when the animation finishes, everyone thinks that the girl was a beginner. But she wasn't. She was a pro. Look at that stack of coins, the weapon. But most importantly, she's in an apartment! Mika Enderfox makes animations of her OCs that she posts on DeviantArt. She started making gameplays and then made short Splatoon animations. She mainly cares about Mika, who has like a demon squid thing possessing her called Orima, because original backstory, guys. These animations are good, except sometimes when there's combat, she doesn't animate it. She just cuts to when the character's zombied up and then the demon thing shows up. She has a warning for how sad the video is. Aww. Okay, so Mika's brother dies and she gets bullied. Big ears, and the demon shows up, but the brother's like her guardian angel or whatever. And he still ages for some reason. I don't really get that. But I mean, who wouldn't want a guardian angel looking like that? But by the time she's a teenager, she doesn't even have big ears. So what are they even bullying her for at this point? Honestly, animation's good, the story is okay, and the demon looks really bad. I'm sorry. Minty Bin is someone that I've vaguely have a memory of. I think I watched some of their animations because of the style or the models or something, but I don't think I was a fan or anything. I just have a very vague memory of watching some of their animations. Minty Bean made these short animations in a different style. She would get the audio from somewhere else, and these animations are pretty cute, short, and get right into it. Ninus is an animator that makes these cute animations on Splatoon. They basically summarize the story. Music from the game gets used, which matches up with the animation. They use elements from the story and main game to make it seem like the player actually lives there. In the first game animation, there's a part where everyone is using their weapons, and oh my god, is that the guy from the manga? But yeah, I think the art style is really cute, and the animations pretty much sum up the games in a way that if Splatoon was like an animated TV show, if that makes sense. DNA makes these animations on the squid's daily lives and makes them into cute short videos. I really liked them because they were about Splatfest and Inkling's lives, and it's all pretty short videos, and I remember liking some of them. The art style is cute, and these are generally just wholesome. I watched the older animations, but turns out DNA is still doing this. And honestly, good for them, because these are still cool. And then there's Senior Pello, who made Splatoon animations because of course he did, okay? He wasn't like every fandom back then. These are nice. They look like South Park and have the screaming. These are like a minute long and have millions of views, but it's accurate to the game. They're wholesome. Can't say the same about this animation though. Now I can finally talk about the people that were mostly what I remember about the Splatoon fandom back then. GJ Gabriel Gaming is someone that started off making random Splatoon shorts, literally. Who could forget classics such as Splatoon Squid Sisters swimwear pics? That's literally it though. He got popular for making Splatoon short clips where people would submit their silly Splatoon videos in hopes of being in a compilation. It was like those Vine compilations, except it was just funny memes in the Splatoon community. He also created the WUT, Woomy United Today, to make turf wars fun places to squid bag and have fun. Except that's not what the game's about. What if I want to win? What if I want to attack people with my Luna Blaster, okay? Fishy Fisher is a YouTuber I vaguely remember watching. I know that his Splatoon 1 avatar had the anime girl dress, and his videos were fine. He collabed with Skull a lot back then. More on him later. He started off making Super Smash Bros. Videos of every single character, and then he started making Splatoon content. He just kept going. He played Octo expansion, and the last time he played Splatoon was 2 years ago. 2 whole years ago. Jmoji is a YouTuber that began with his first video on Splatoon. He kept trying other games, then made a montage on how he hates rollers in Splatoon. Then the videos after that didn't do so well, so he went back to Splatoon, and boom! He kept on going, doing collabs with the popular kids like GG and Fantastic. Then he started to play Splatoon 2, where he continued his I Hate This Weapon series, and he just kept trying to experiment with other stuff, but everyone just loves Splatoon. I think the real kicker here was the best weapon in Splatoon 2. And since this guy hates all the weapons in the game, it seems trustworthy enough, right? I really like this era of his content. He's just doing all this random stuff in Splatoon and Mario Kart, and I like these videos. They're cool. He started this reacting series, and look at the thumbnail! Now, normally I don't like reaction videos because you're just taking someone else's video and adding little to nothing to the actual video, but these videos got submitted to him for him to watch, and he actually makes the video interesting. So that's good. He started to do Splatoon and Mario Kart mods. And you know what? He's still going. Last time he did a Splatoon video was 2 months ago. But compared to the other people that I'm going to talk about, that's really rare. That genuinely surprised me. He's cool. I like his videos. There's also Octo, who was a YouTuber that started out making silly Splatoon 1 funny moments videos and tutorials on how to get better at the game, and Octo versus Evil Squid. But he didn't really start getting popular until he posted Best of Squid Party, which honestly looks pretty creative and fun. Then, when Splatoon 2 came out, he started to change his thumbnails to colorful text and stolen art. His editing started to get better too. Then he started to collab with other YouTubers, which in my opinion are really great videos, because I feel like this is a fun way to make content since you're promoting someone else's channel, and maybe someone might find out who you are because you have their favorite YouTuber in the title. He was also known for not speaking. You see, all these other YouTubers had fun, engaging voices, But Octoboy didn't have to speak, since he was known for his editing and videos that don't need anyone talking. Then, he just kind of left and then came back. He leaves for like a year and then comes back. So, when's the rent due? Then we got Callie Mackin, whose humble beginnings were Smash Bros videos. Sounds awfully familiar, until she made these videos of her playing Splatoon with her friends. Jewel, Marcus, Blitz, Kitty, Marley, and Big Mario Fan 26. Everyone else gets normal names, but he's just so special. This series was called Fun Times with Roomies. If they were playing Mario Kart, then instead of Roomies, it's Roomies. I used to love the hide and seek videos. They used to be pretty entertaining, and I like the people there. And look, there's even a cute little hedgehog. She kept up with Splatoon, then she started playing a Hat in Time, and that's when I stopped watching her videos. Now she does Sonic videos, so that's fun. TCG, my favorite Splatoon YouTuber ever. And like the reason I made this video in the first place, I just need to talk about him. When I think of Splatoon YouTubers, I think of him, and I love him. When I searched up his name, I saw drama next to it, and it turns out he was apologizing for not uploading faster. Skull, you don't need to apologize. I was thinking you did something actually bad, since that's what every YouTuber does now. Skull is a YouTuber that you may know for his Pokemon card stuff, but I know him for the latter. He made these Splatoon gameplay videos, and I was practically hooked onto these. Skull would bring in his friends to play hide and seek on private lobbies, play Salmon Run, and just have a good time with his pals. I genuinely loved this back then, just watching these people play this game. He even made his own Draw My Life video. Remember when people used to make those Draw My Lives? I remember watching his Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2 stuff, and every once in a while he does post Splatoon, so that's good. Okay, I just wanted to quickly mention this, but one time he was in my accomplice square, and I was actually so happy when he appeared. Yeah, I just really like Skull. Like, it just made me really nostalgic, just watching these videos again. Like, really happy. I used to think Kiara was pronounced Kijara, until Skull said it. Anyways, she collabed with Skull and Friends, even though all she did was speed paints, montages, and a comic dub. But yeah, I just felt like mentioning her. Chocolate Milk Gamer was someone that I mostly watched for his Breath of the Wild videos and some of the Splatoon stuff, but I knew him for the videos he was featured in. But yeah, I mostly remember Zelda, so yeah, he's cool. I enjoyed his content. Moving on, there was Spellboat, who was in some of Octoboy's videos, and even got his own music video on Octoboy's channel too. He's still going, just not with Splatoon. He does all sorts of games now, so good for him. Then there's Beantastic, who I feel like deserves his own video because of all the tragic atrocities that this man has committed, but that's a whole can of worms that I'll have to spill some other time.
Marina, I love you.
Finally. Marina, confess your love already.
I don't love Ian.
Huh?
What?
Wait.
Come on.
I don't know, I always felt that Vian shipping himself with a fictional character was weird. Yeah, no, I'm not really a Vian and Marina kind of person. I think it should be Pearl and Marina. There are many ships in the Splatoon fandom, just like how I mentioned Pearl and Marina earlier. Their ship is Pearlina. I mean, just look at this clip. There's Agent 3 and 8, which some people have called overrated. Aloha and Army, yes, those are their real names, and they're from the manga. Goggles and Ryder, also from the manga. And finally, Shiver and Fry, which was obviously bound to happen. Look, I don't really care that much about Splatoon ships because I never really shipped anyone. I think when Octo Expansion came out, I liked Agent 8 and Agent 3. But if you played Splatoon 1 and Octo Expansion, wouldn't it just be you and you? This is like a one sort of situation, I don't know. As long as it's not Callie and Marie, it's fine. I don't care what you like. Okay, so you know those artists that have virtual concerts like Hatsune Miku or Gorillaz until they couldn't anymore? But also the idols from the Splatoon games do concerts. I'm not even kidding, they just show up and do concerts by showing up at game events. It's super cool. I am not joking when I say this game has genuine good music. Into the Light is beautiful. Splat Attack is so iconic, especially this part. It's like the game itself entered your ears. Now or Never is fun, except it's stressful when you're in the game and you have to actually hurry up. The fan music is also just as good too. The Living Tombstone made like 2 songs for Splatoon. Both songs are good, they kind of go hand in hand, but I prefer the orange version. The blue version is like talking to a painter and they're a musician. The red version is like the same thing, I think. I don't know why, but I always find it pretty interesting how the Living Tombstone manages to make songs for lots of games. Also, like, really quickly too. So the fact that they made not one but two songs for Splatoon 1 is cool. Also, I mentioned this before, but before Splatoon 3, someone in the fandom decided to make their own Inkling music with idols attached to it. I really like this concept and I love their designs. I mean, obviously, I love what we got, but the creativity and effort put into this is real. This was made from a sample of a Samsung ringtone, but me and the other 5 Coral Star fans love it. Anyways, you get the point. People make concept OSTs until the game came out. That's some true dedication right there. Like, this person just loves making Inkling covers, and I don't know how they do it. Well, now the video's finally over, and I think I've said everything that I've wanted to say. I talked about the things I remember. I talked about new things that I didn't even know about. And I'm happy that I managed to make this video because, I'm not gonna lie, this game just holds a very special place in my heart. And I think it's because of the nostalgia attached to it. But yeah, if I managed to make someone enjoy this, then thanks for watching all the way until the end, because this video just took a long time for no reason at all.